Sorry about that. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. Ooh, and hiding is the Two of Wands. Who got this? Cancer's got Two of Wands. It was a different card, or a different deck. I'm glad I got two cards on either side of the two, because twos are about choices. It just further clarifies what I need to know. So, let me think for a second. There's something you hope for, and yet you feel it's hopeless. And it's a stability, but a stable partnership, a victory when it comes to a relationship. Could even be a marriage. Somebody you want to live with. Okay. Yeah, you have hopes about it. But at the same time, you feel like it's hopeless. And you may feel hopeless about it. It could be an Aquarius, by the way. Because you feel like maybe you or somebody else was not loyal. Okay. Let's clarify. What's the current situation for Scorpios? I kind of feel like you're taking away two of the rods from the four of rods. Like you're having to break up a household. And you were vulnerable about something. Okay, so what is the current situation for Scorpios? Well, one of these days. Sorry, I keep having to put my glasses up. I'm wearing glasses right now instead of contacts. Okay. Let's see. I've had a headache, so let's see. Scorpios. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to pull anything for you if we could keep doing this. Oh, okay. I was about to say I lied, but never mind. Five of Cups reversed. Okay. It could still go either way. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, it's a little different in this deck because here somebody's drowning and they've turned away. Okay. It's reversed, so this lets me know this happened in the past. Could be a fellow water sign. Okay. It's either you or the other person, but somebody left somebody they just abandoned them. Probably in their emotions, left them to die, pretty much. Dang, Scorpios. Ooh, okay. This is a card of sorrow and regret and shame. And for some of them, the person did it because they couldn't feel anything. Of course, now, okay, they feel it different. They've had a change of perspective and they can feel it. Okay. All right. I'm not touching that again. Let's go to the next part. All right, so we have your issue, obstacle, or fate. If that's not an issue, obstacle, or fate, I don't know what the fuck is, but shit, let's do it. Okay. What's the issue, obstacle? Okay, one card, the Seven of Wands in reverse. Cancer's got this too, on top of the Two of Wands. Okay. Let me clarify first before I start talking. What is the issue, obstacle, or fate for Scorpios for January 2019? Issue, obstacle, or fate. Do I want to take all those? Oh no, that's way too much. But we did have the High Priestess reversed, so that's blocked intuition. Could be blocking your intuition, but it's like half blocked. Okay, could be some kind of sexual addiction. Scorpios. I don't know. When I was younger, I wanted to be a nun. I don't think you guys could understand that, but let's see here. All right. Let's put this two in the middle. You know, 5 and 2 make 7, so we kind of have 2 7s. You're very conflicted with these 2s here. You do have a choice to make. 5 of Swords is an ugly card, let me just say. It's the card where there's victory, but nobody wins. This one's a little bit different because it's the after tarot. It's a little less sad. So I feel like time has passed. And I do feel like there's an emotional block. And you've been guarding it. But you're almost ready to let your defenses down. Somehow or another, you're going to get clarity about where you stand in a conflict. And I think you're afraid, okay? Or you're thinking that there will be conflict. Like somebody's at the ready. And one of you is willing to surrender, okay? That's what I see. Scorpios, I don't really see you guys surrendering. But with the amount of guilt and shame that I've seen in these readings thus far, I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to. But 7 of Wands is normally being on the defense, feeling like things are coming at you and having to defend yourself. And then here we have the rejection of that, okay? Or it could be overly defensive, depending on your situation. I need one more card just to see. Page of Cups reversed, emotional distance. Okay. I did see an emotional block, so it's because of some kind of terrible situation. Very abusive in my mind. You're almost tempted to just block everything out. Because of the mental torture that you've been going through. And this has to do with fighting and force, something like that, okay? But definitely not offering emotion right now. Okay. So the next position is, what are the steps that will help you with your issue, obstacle, or fate? So what are the steps that will help? Okay, let me clarify real quick. What are the steps that will help Scorpio? There's so much fear and shame and guilt and pain. I mean, you guys did get the mental torture not too long ago. It looks like it's back. And to me, personally, 5 of Swords and 9 of Swords are PTSD. Okay. What are the steps that will help Scorpio? I mean, I can see you're up. You're up at night, not sleeping, running things over in your head, maybe feeling guilt, depression, thinking about something that's happened. That's too many. I'm trying to get clarity so I can know what the step is. Because doing that's not going to help you. I think you've already been doing that. You know what they say about doing the same thing over and over again. Unless it's sex. Okay. I didn't mean the same thing. I just meant sex in general. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so for both of these, we need to flip these around. You're very worried about having a new start, a new passionate start, and most likely it's sexual, okay, with the Ace of Wands here. But you're scared of the transformation. You're scared to make the decision. And so what we need to do Just flip these bad boys right around. It's to make the decision and not to be scared. And I think it does involve sex somehow. Okay. Now, moving these out of the way. What is it about Scorpio that gives you the strength to do these steps? Okay. So what is it about Scorpio? The world reversed. You're stuck. Okay. And that's why you don't want to keep going in this circle. The pattern keeps happening. I think you're about to become aware of it. Because normally we have Scorpio here. But normally in like the Wheel of Fortune, the Sphinx points to Scorpio. So this is saying that you have the ability to change this for the better. Let's clarify real quick. What is it about Scorpio that will help them with the steps? Also, just want to mention for your steps, some of you aren't praying at night. Instead, you're just staying awake. So I would advise praying whenever you're feeling like that or you can't sleep. I do feel like this transformation will happen as a result of divine intervention. The Hermit. You're very contemplative, okay? Maybe dealing with a Virgo. You could have Virgo in your chart. I see you're very wise, okay? And if you weren't aware before, you will be now about the cycle or that something is not over, something is unfinished. And I feel like you're going to take it and like kind of run with it. You're getting your hope back, okay? Or if you thought a situation was beyond hope, you're going to notice that it's not. And you may be the type that doesn't give up so easily, okay? Especially when it comes to things like hope. All right, I'm going to skip the next part because I don't really like that particular part. I'm just going to go straight into the potential. Okay, so what is the potential outcome for Scorpios? Should they follow this advice? Okay, what is the potential outcome for Scorpios? Should they follow the advice? Don't know if these wanted to come out or not. Okay. So you have the Four of Cups with the Five of Wands reversed. You're going to give up the fight. You're going to give up the conflict. Okay. I don't mean the fight in general, just over conflict in this recurring cycle. Here's the High Priestess reversed again. Some of you are saying no to some kind of sexual addiction. You're also saying no to fighting with a High Priestess-like person. You're also not going to fight against secrets that come out. I'm also seeing that you'll no longer be in doubt. And for this particular situation, whatever it is, you're not planning on manipulating it. You're really willing to let the truth come out, let the lies come out. You may even reveal, remember this could be anybody, not you, but I'm saying you. You may reveal intentional sabotage or false information. It doesn't have to be sexual addiction either. It could be drugs or alcohol. It could be jealousy, Scorpio, obsession, Scorpio. Now, after this discovery or the secret comes out, I'm seeing you're worried that the passion will die out and you will get bored. You're also worried about you or somebody else being upset. Yeah. In the past, there could have been unrequited love. But you're really searching to discover something. I'm getting a lot of discovery now all of a sudden. Could have been unrequited love with the star reversed in the beginning. Could have been in the past, though, since it's reversed. Or star-crossed love. And then with the Hermit, I'm seeing you looking for the discovery of why this keeps happening. With the World here and the High Priestess looking so much like justice right now. And the Star, this could be some kind of a karmic cycle. It's like a lesson that keeps happening because you haven't yet learned it. But you're afraid once the discovery happens, that's it. And I know Scorpios like the intrigue, but gee whiz, I mean, you can't just not make a decision because it might die out a little bit. Who's to say it will? I mean, the High Priestess, just in general, I mean, she's very mysterious. Yes, she's in the reverse, so it's like being more direct and less mysterious. It's like you're afraid the mystery. Like you can't accept the truth or the discovery because it's not intriguing anymore. Oh my goodness. And with the Hermit here, it's like you lose interest because you're not struggling anymore, or the passion's gone, or the struggle's over. It's almost like you miss the struggle. But if this is divine feminine and divine masculine, it's not going to die out. You're afraid of it, though. Let me see if I can get some advice for you, because, I mean, I can see why, because, I mean, you always want a little bit of something, right? So, okay. That's why you don't want to transform. You're worried about it. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, what's the advice or message for Scorpios? This is from my Sacred Rebel Oracle deck. I forgot how big these cards are. Okay, what message is there for Scorpio? So let's look at these first. New birth, guarded vigilante, or vigilantly. I don't know why I said vigilante. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's definitely you guys. You're going to go through a transformation. But boy, you are definitely guarded. What do you feel? Okay. And then focus on the light. I don't know if you guys are just, you're dealing with something that's complete opposites, because we always obviously have apples and oranges. And then we have the moon here. You're transforming from something dark into something light. Or you're transforming something that's been in the dark and letting it come to the light. And with that, there's a change, but it's not a bad change. I don't know if, like, there's this, like, maybe you get kicks out of something that's, like, slightly wicked, and you're afraid, like, oh, if I go to the light, you know, I'm not going to have that. I wouldn't worry about it. To me, this all looks good. Inner trust, which is the High Priestess, and she's in the upright. So you will still have that intrigue and that mystery. I don't feel like it's going anywhere, but you have to trust it. And remember, your intuition isn't quite on par when it comes to the situation. So you may need to kind of play it out. Okay. All right, now let's do my deck. What messages are there for Scorpios for February 2019? One more time. What messages are there for Scorpios for January 2019? What do Scorpios need to know? Being a bitch or a dick. We have fairness and balance. So yeah, keeper of the scales. I do get more of like a justice karmic phase. Somebody may be getting justice for acting in a bad manner. Okay, let's see here. You might be trying to make up for being one of those, a bitch or a dick. Let's see here. Spy. Some of you are spying on people. All right, we have 16, which is the Tower, which is a Scorpio card. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. But remember, you're not going to manipulate the situation. Which may be something you're like, oh man. Because I'm seeing, you guys were worried the passion will die out. Soulmate. Okay, it could be a karmic soulmate. Doesn't have twin flame. Okay. And then we have revenge. Really, Scorpios? That may be the manipulation you're looking for. But I'm seeing you're not going to be manipulating. And that may be what you're missing out on. Let's see what else is here. We also have trust and strategizing. Okay, so breakup. Inner conflict. Doesn't have to be breakup, okay? Inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. It's your choice. Let me pull one more. It's your choice whether or not to get revenge or have good news. Okay. Which one is more appealing in this particular situation? To me, it's good news. To a Scorpio, I don't know because I'm not one. But it does look like you have a choice. Okay.